Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia with a Project Life process video using products from Everyday Explorers. And I'm gonna fill out these two spaces that I have with cards from Everyday Explorers, and they are available in the shop. They're digital cards, which is it's really cool because you can change the colors. I use my Canon Pixma TS9520 to print them, and the paper that I use is either Canon matte photo paper or Epson presentation paper. I'm going to use this photo as my title card. I don't usually do this, but I didn't have a lot of space this week. I have a lot of photos, and I have this big, nice green space to stamp on and to add the week. And whenever I do this sort of card with the photos, I make sure that I have a big space where I can stamp and it will be clear, or I can put a big label on top. And the label is from the Ready to Go stamp set from Everyday Explorers, which is one of the new stamp sets. And that stamp that says this week is from the set that was released in January, which is this month, week, and day. And I kind of need to re-ink my pad. It's kind of leaving some spots, but I use the Stays On ink. I get a lot of questions about stamping on photos. I always say make sure that you can stamp in a place where you can easily cover it if you make a mistake. Try to test your paper. The paper that I use is Glossy 2 from Canon. I print at home. But before that, I used to print my photos with Shutterfly, and the ink would smear very easily. Also, the kind of ink you use is very important. I use Stays On, but I'm also going to use Color Theory from Studio Calico. And I love this stamp set, Ready to Go. It's a travel stamp, and I'm gonna use the Studio Calico ink to stamp this Hello from Here, which is one of the stamp set, and it looks like a stamp. I've said stamp way too many times already. And I'm going to use the Tombow Twin Tone Dual Tip Markers to write San Juan, Puerto Rico, because this was the photo that I took in Old San Juan. And these photos are all from our trip. We went to Puerto Rico in 2019, and I'm still working on my 2019 album, and the stamp set was perfect for it. The Love This stamp, however, is from the... Oh, it's from the same one, from the Ready to Go. I kind of thought that it was going to be from the one from the mini book Makers Club stamp set. And we also have new prompt stamp sets. This one is called These Moments Prompts. And I wanted to stamp on the photo, but I felt like it wasn't gonna pop, so I used a label. And there's a lot of green spaces, awesome to stamp on with these photos, but I'm gonna do my best to resist stamping everywhere, because I also want to see, pictures of the background and the kite and the sky. And what I love about the Ready to Go stamp set is that it has a lot of little spaces to write where you were, or a little journaling. And I'm also going to combine it a lot with the prom stamp set. And I love these photos. I feel like the videos don't do justice to the photos, but they're really awesome, and I wanted to focus on that, so that's why this layout is a little bit more simple than I usually do it. I love how that stamp set came out. came out, and I used Brilliance ink, which is also from Tsukineko, which is the same brand that does StazOn. So Brilliance must be like a different, not formula, but like another line from the company. And I'm gonna have the items that I used linked below. Most of them are affiliate links, and I appreciate it so much when you guys use it. That's awesome. Thank you so much. This one, again, I didn't want to cover the rock or the girls or the sky, so I just used the prompts to stamp in the corner. Now in this one, I'm gonna change it later, and you're gonna see it when I show it at the end. I'm gonna stamp with white, and even though it shows up on the video, like in real life it didn't show up that well, so I'm gonna use the black on top. And even though I like that white sort of shadow, I wanted it to pop a little bit more. So once I'm done with the layout, I'm gonna use that Great Outdoors stamp on white sticker paper, and I'm gonna cut it with my scissors and put it on top of that stamp set. Now, Time to Recharge is actually from the Mini Book Makers Club, and I love that stamp set too. It has some big ones too, and I don't know, I think this month all the stamps were really cool, but I really love the one from the Mini Book Makers Club. And I'm gonna show a few process of a little mini book that I'm making to document the books that I'm gonna read this year. So I'm gonna show those on Instagram. If you're interested, you can go there. Now my daughters got haircuts this week, so that's what I'm gonna use that in with the new stamp. And I'm gonna use the little scissors from the Everyday Icons 2.0, and I'm gonna do the same with my daughter's picture. I'm gonna use the little scissor, but I'm gonna use these moments prompt to stamp in the corner. And I feel like I keep putting red on the stamp, but I think it's the color that I use a lot. I don't have that many, but if there's one that I use a lot, is this one, which is Poppy from Studio Calico. And I either need to re-ink it or buy a new one, because it's like, please leave me alone, I don't have anything else to give to you. And here I'm going to use this super cute tiny tag that says "Here we go," and I'm going to use it in the corner. And before I stamp, I like to use my Tombow Mono eraser to prep the stamp. That way I make sure that it stamps well. But what I do is I erase it, I pick up a little bit of ink, and I clean it up, because there has been times where I erase it, I use ink, and when I put the stamp on the photo, there's like eraser cooties there. That's not what I want. So I erase, add a little ink, clean it up with my Lawn Fawn chamois, which I never have on camera because it's so gross looking. It has so much ink, but it's awesome for I don't like to put away my stamps dirty, so I really love just having it on hand so I can clean it up easily. And in this card, I'm just gonna add one little dot, not a big difference. I really love that card, so I didn't want to add anything else. I also have a journaling card. I use my typewriter to type a little bit of the journaling, but everything is super simple, just a bunch of stamping. That way I feel like I add a little bit without being too overwhelming. And here you can see how I use the sticker paper and the ink. And there's a second part to this layout, which I'm gonna share in the next video. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss my videos, make sure you click the little bell and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you're having an amazing day. Bye.